congratulations on the win. You had an amazing start, but the British have made you fight for it.
Yeah, I mean, awesome effort by our group, new team to get into the final this weekend. I think that's one of the hardest things in these lighter SailGP venues, and then you get the chance to win it all. And we really pulled out our best start at the end, got a great start to leeward, led at Mark 1. I made a bad choice, making it a bit more complicated, taking the right turn. Put us right back in the pack, but then we just kept our heels clean and sailed a good race from there to take a win.
You did a pretty good job all weekend of overtaking boats when you needed to. How do you do it?
Definitely not through our manoeuvres. Plenty of things just with the nuts and bolts to polish up. That I think it's been probably the longest break without sailing a SailGP boat for us. We probably got 10 minutes foiling before the first race. To come together as a group with a new flight controller was really pleasing.
And I don't think it's too soon to ask you. Obviously, San Francisco, you missed out on that win after leading all season. Are you going to come this season with a vengeance to win?
Oh, we seem to love these Middle Eastern events. It's 3 on the trot for us now in this part of the world. So, definitely. I suppose excited by that grand final, being in a different spot, change of scenery, and trying to make sure we can take a win in Abu Dhabi.
Next stop's Auckland. How much are you looking forward to that?
We're super excited to get home. Auckland, the buzz in town's already growing. The renders of the grandstand, which is about to get built, are just amazing. So, to any Kiwis that haven't bought tickets yet, it's going to be an absolutely amazing weekend, and you'll regret it if you don't get along.
You snuck into that final. You really put a fight up to the Kiwis. You fought till the very end. How did it feel?
Yeah, it was great to be in the final in my first event. The team did such a fantastic job of getting me around the race track, and we felt like we got more consistent. Disappointed at the end of the day not to win. Kind of thought we're doing a good job of moving through the fleet, got ahead of the Kiwis, and a mistake by myself on the ley line, giving them an opportunity, and a call with the umpires, which always seems to go against us.
And I mean, going into that last gate, obviously Taylor absolutely stuck it in there as well. It was a take no prisoners attitude all day for everyone out there. Do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Taylor, they sailed a fantastic weekend, and they had to stick it in there, otherwise they were going to be behind us. So penalty or not, it was all or nothing.
And overall, if someone said to you a month ago, your first event back, you come second, would you be happy?
Yeah, certainly happy a month ago. I didn't even know if I was driving a month ago. So yeah, to be back here and to get through events like this, which is notoriously difficult, so to get through, and hopefully we can build on the season, and as I start to get less experience, I'll make hopefully a few less mistakes.
In the first event of the season, it was real fun. It was a tie to even get in the final. Are you happy with the?
Yeah, absolutely. Any event getting on the podium is incredible. Yeah, it's awesome to see how all the hard work we've been putting in is paying off. And it's early stages, and we have a lot to learn still, and there's a lot to build on. But the team worked hard and made a huge jump even overnight. Everyone dug in deep and found a way to get better for today, and that was the goal. So it just shows how driven and just everyone's got that fight in them. So we're pumped.
It was a three-way tie to get into that final. Just goes to show every point's going to count this season.
Yeah, it's a super tight fleet here. No, we saw it today. It was great racing, great start for our team for the season. We had a couple of good starts. We were in the hunt to make it into the final, and a couple of mistakes around the course took us out of it. No, so painful, but very happy with how the team is going.
In addition to it, one start, it was absolute flying. You were going, and then you put the bow in, put the brakes on, and then you accelerated. What was that like?
Yeah, I mean, in that first start today, we were comfortable with our position. We could make the starts, but at some point we were a bit early, and that was a race destroyer for us. No, so we tried to put the bows down a bit to put the brakes on, and we just managed to get the perfect start. So very happy with that.
How tough do you think the competition is going to be this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's clear that the competition this year is going to be super tough, super tight. No, all the teams that maybe were a bit more in the back last season, they are leveling up, and the playing field, as we saw, top teams can win races and can get last, no? So that, it's going to really come to the last race of the season. I think it's going to be very interesting.
Maybe talk us through that last race.
Yeah, a really rough way to finish for us. We We had 4 races in the top 5, and then the last race, bad start, and just couldn't find a way through all the bad air, and yeah, we had a bad race and missed out on countback.
How hard is it, I guess, when you are at the back and you see those points just like going, you're just trying to wheel the boat forward? Maybe talk us through like the headspace.
Yeah, I knew exactly where we had to get to, so it was tough. It was just there, like the boats. I think we lost to the Italians by boat length, and we knew if we beat them, we would have got through. But yeah, it was brutal. We were always able to sail through the fleet and sail really well, and then that last race, we just couldn't find clear air. Everywhere we went, we got caught up in little battles, and yeah, that's on me. Honestly, I got to position the boat better, and I take the brunt of the bad start as well. That's on me. Just didn't see the Kiwis coming in on the foil, and by the time we reacted, it was too late.
The fleet is so condensed. Obviously, it's the first event of the season. What are your expectations for the season after just seeing event 1?
Yeah, look, I mean, we're a bit of a new change to the team, and it's a few things changing, but we sailed really well. We had 4 top 5s here and 1 bad race, and it's easy to focus on the bad race, but we got to focus on the positives, and we got through Dubai, and we would have loved to have done better, but it's okay.
Charles, it's slightly different today, a little bit more foiling. How did you find fighting for that?
Yeah, it was just that. We were fighting in the pack. And the frustrating thing is that we didn't really feel like we were in the pack for all of the race. Like, we feel like we had some pretty nice starts. But yeah, that first one ended up on the outside and pinned all the way until the seawall, actually. And yeah, it was tricky for us. We were bouncing around the middle, and it's so difficult to get out of that. We struggled with that today.
The course was so short with those 2 laps. Did you feel like you were just always doing a bit of?
Yeah, we did. There's a lot going on, and especially with the transitions. If you're going to foil, if you're going to say with 1 hull in, yeah, it was tricky. We've got a little bit to look at there, but there's a lot of positive we can take from it. And I think we had a little chat after the racing, and one thing's for sure is that I think the winner of this season is going to have a result worse than a 6th. So it's early days. We've got a lot to look at, and you know, we're in a good spot, and we'll look to step forward for New Zealand.
And it was obviously your first event with the team. Are you happy with your decision?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've had a great time here. We've got, as I've just said, we've got an amazing foundation. We've got to learn each other, and I think as the pressure comes on and the heat of racing's there, you know, we do have to learn to gel with one another, which we've taken a big step towards, and we've got some training after this event, and yeah, we'll be looking to make gains.
Nikolai, obviously that last race was pretty spectacular. Did it feel good to finish on that one for you?
It felt really good for many reasons. Yeah, obviously we needed damage limitation today after yesterday for the season and overall, but also it was Hans Christian's last race on board with us. He's leaving us for good, so we agreed before that last race we're going to win this one and we're going to go all in. So I think that's why I pushed so hard in that start.
And the fleet is super condensed. It's so hard. It looks like every mistake is going to be super punished throughout the whole season.
It's going to be a really competitive season. We can tell already now. You see some of the teams that weren't as fast last year put in some hours now in training, and they're suddenly in the final and up there. So, you know, we got to keep our head down. It's a long season, but we definitely needed damage limitations today. We couldn't come away with 11th here. That would have been terrible. So we had to take a bit more risk today and try and clean up what we did yesterday.
Eric, it was a little bit nicer day out there. Obviously, more foiling, but it was still pretty critical to get those manoeuvres. How did your team fare on that one?
It was a big challenge for us to stay on the forward. I mean, also the start was critical, and we somehow managed yesterday to be one of the best starters, and today we're probably one of the worst. So I also blame the starts for, you know, not being in the top today. Yeah, but yeah, as you said, you can still catch up quick, and in the last race we made it happen from last to 5th, I think, and yeah, shows that there is some potential in the boat.
And in English, can you tell us, I mean, the points were so tight, the racing was so condensed. Are you excited for the season?
That's probably what we have to expect for the season, no? I think there's always, you know, the Kiwis with a little lead on the rest of the fleet. They have a great finesse of sailing the boat, and you know, after that, place 2 to 10 is probably pretty dense, and yeah, will be exciting the next couple of months.
Seb, it was a little bit bit nicer out there today. Got to
Yeah.
legs and do some foiling. How did you find it with your pretty new team?
Yeah, I mean, it was perfect for us, honestly, to get those conditions and just get an idea of what it's like to race in such a race course on the foils in the big wings. And yeah, it's fair to say we were struggling a bit. We missed some opportunities. We had some good comebacks, but then made our lives a bit hard with some of the maneuvers. So it's good. We have now 4 days of training. We're gonna ramp that intensity up and try to recreate these situations. And I think, yeah, good learnings from the team and a great starting point.
The points are going to be super close this season.
Yeah.
This weekend was so tight. I mean,
Yeah.
probably not the result you wanted to start with, but it's the beginning.
Yeah, as you said, the points were really tight. Unfortunately, for 1 point, I think we missed a couple boats. So yeah, it's gonna be a long season. It looks like the fleet is pretty tight and chasing that pack. So yeah, we try to make some gains for Auckland and move up a little bit. And it's not about where we are now; it's where we can finish the season at. So yeah, steep learning curve.
Martina, you got your first event out of the way, and it was super tough. How are you feeling? Are you exhausted? You happy? What's the feeling?
I mean, half job done now for the moment, and I think there's a lot of learnings. And for us, it was really hard to finish on a low note on the last race. But I think there's a lot of learnings into this, and we need to stick our heads up high because I think we did a pretty okay job on our first events. A lot of challenges, you know. Some technical problems yesterday, first times on the big wings. So I think it's all going good, and I'm still really happy with our crew. We've been trying to improve a lot all these last days, so it's been a real, steep learning curve.
Anything that you I mean, it was the foiling maneuvers really made it if you were able to do those or not, and you did quite a few of them today. Are you happy with how everyone's working together on the boat?
Yeah, for sure. I'm very happy with everyone on the boat. It's been real, hard to get, the learnings necessary not to lose so much in racing. And I think we've seen that other than the starts, that we've had really bad starts. But I think in racing, we've been there, we've trying to make passes and holding our position. So, it's going in the right direction.
Well, Reggie, I mentioned the first event's always the hardest to get it done. How are you feeling right now?
So yeah, first event was quite a hard one. Of course, we tried hard to do our best, and I think we get better during these days. Of course, the level of the fleet, as we know, is very strong. The level is very high, and pretending to arrive here with a new team and come out swinging was a little bit too much. So of course we need to be conscious of the level of us, of our team, and try to start from here and build a strong team.
And in English, can you tell me what does it mean to represent your team here at SailGP? Obviously, it's a pretty cool part of the sport.
Of course, we are super happy as an Italian to be into this league. It's the first time that Italy gets into this league, and of course, super honored to represent Italy here. For the fans, we will make you proud.